You don't know why either. It just doesn't feel like Smite. Yeah, I'm with you. So here's the question. It not feeling like Smite, I imagine to most Smite players is going to be considered a negative. But I wonder if it will be considered a positive to people that didn't really like Smite, you know? Like, if you get people that didn't really play a lot of Smite, or Smite wasn't their favorite game, I wonder if they will enjoy it more. Haddix was not happy with Susano last night. Okay. I will try to push that aside and not factor that into my opinion. I'll try to just have my own personal vibes on it. Like I said, Ares felt strong, but a little wonky. I would say strong but wonky. Like the way that his kit flowed and worked together, I prefer Smite 1 Ares. I do. I prefer Smite 1 Ares. I guess I literally have to get beads against Ares as Susano, right? You literally have to. Because I don't have a CC ability. What do you think is better on Susano? Barbarian for the auto attack swings? Or Archmages for the ability bonus? I'm going to go Barbarian. I haven't gotten Barbarian yet. That seems like fun. I assume he's almost all strength scaling. He is literally all strength scaling, and he's all physical. All strength, all physical. Cool. Makes building Susano pretty easy. Pretty easy. I don't like that they're still not displaying ping. Makes me concerned that the ping is actually pretty bad. You know, why would you not show everybody the ping unless the ping was bad? If it was super good compared to Smite 1, wouldn't you want to show that off? What's up, Static? No, turning it on doesn't do anything, Cheek. If the ping was super bad, wouldn't you feel it? I mean, it's just hard to... because it's an entirely different game, like, latency would feel a little bit different than it does in Smite, right? So it's like, I wonder if some of the things that are making the game feel a little funky is like, what if the ping is bad? You know, what if it feels a little bit bad because you normally have 70 ping in Smite and we've got like 100 ping in Smite 2, and it's like, oh, the ping diff is making it feel a little off. What's up, Sweaty?
Make like a hurricane and keep an eye out.
Retreat! Retreat left lane.
Okay.
To the death!
Why am I retreating?
Your middle tower is under attack.
Retreat!
Oh.
Okay.
That's a Gardi saying that? Gardi is Hekate? Huh. Weird. Game feels like everything is scaling too fast. I mean, I would love... I would love for Hi-Rez to slow down Smite 2. I'd love that. What? That's weird.
Okay.
Did he?
Okay.
Anyway. I would be totally down for the game to just take a chill pill and be slower. I'd be down. Make towers stronger and harder to kill. Make things just like the pace of the game is too fast. You know?
Your middle tower is under attack.
What's up, Chief? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
So far, Susano feels a lot closer to me to Smite 1 Susano than Ares does to Smite 1 Ares. Like, he feels way closer. Well, as much as I would like to complain about Snowball and stuff, what's up, Gotch? You really can't. You just, you really cannot take anything about Snowball in Smite 2. Because, put it this way, we complain about matchmaking in Smite 1, right? In Smite 1 on average has like 7,000 people playing on PC, so then double that for console, so an average about 14,000 people playing, right? Smite 2 averages like when the servers are up, we're talking hundreds of players. Hundreds on average. So if matchmaking in Smite is bad with an average of 15,000 players, then matchmaking is going to be non-existent, you know, in Smite 2 with like 1,000 players total, right? So. Oh, this is it. I'm going down, kids. The minions do not mess around in Smite 2.
A warrior is only as good as the blade he carries.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Thoughts on the VFX on Susano's abilities? Honestly, haven't super been paying attention. That was cool. I think they look good and sound good. It looks good, sounds good, and it looks and sounds like Susano to me. Doesn't feel like that was where I aimed at, but whatever.
Make like a hurricane and keep an eye out.
Kind of sounded like he landed right behind me, but he didn't.
All you think about is me!
Rampage.
Okay. Yeah. I have no problems with Susano. To me, Susano looks, feels, sounds like Susano, but just like a little bit cooler. I'm digging Susano. No complaints. I've got way more complaints about the feel of Ares than I do the feel of Susano. He feels give or take. He feels give or take like Smite 1 Susano. And then you add on that weird thing about Smite 2 that I can't put into words, you know? That weird thing that makes Smite 2 feel off that I just can't figure out what it is, but...
Gank.
fitting end.
Ow. Oh wait, I took no damage. Never mind.
Okay. A fitting end.
Make like a hurricane and keep an eye out.
Oh, I see you, Thana.
Your left tower is under attack.
Ew. Ow. Brother. Oh my god, the Ares damage, bro. Yeah, Ares damage is crazy. That was so much more damage than Thana was doing. That was spooky. Ooh, that was spooky.
I'm guessing.
Alright. Oh, that's a new... No, I don't know if that's new. New picture, at least. New picture, at least. Can you combat blink while crippled? As far as I'm aware, you can combat blink while anything, as far as I'm aware. I don't think there's literally any restriction on it. Well, I guess... I don't think you can combat blink while stunned. So, I don't think you can combat blink while hard CC. So, like, if you're in a stun or a knock-up or something, I think that's the only restriction.
Okay. Okay.
This guy loves saying okay.
Okay. Okay. Elysium will welcome you.
Make like a hurricane and keep an eye out.
Didn't feel like a lot of damage, eh? Didn't feel like a lot of damage.
Storm strikes.
Careful middle.
Okay. 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 Okay.
God, this guy is so... Can I mute this guy? Is there a mute button? Thank God. Thank God for mute buttons. Okay. Praise the sun, brother. Praise the sun. My man is tilted in an alpha with 12 people playing. You know what I'm saying? You should ask him if he's okay. Yeah. Never ever has a match in a video game mattered less than the, 48 server up testing of a game that very well may not even be successful. You know what I'm saying? Like, like never has anything been less important than this current match that we're in.
Enemy missing left.
Made a serious mistake.
You also have a Hawk 2A spamming VJS. Maybe it's just in the, maybe it's like in the water today or something. Okay.
Okay.
I just wanted to give him an okay. I haven't got to hear one in a while, you know, because
Be careful, middle.
he's gone,
Enemy
so
missing
I
left.
thought I would do it for him. Give him a little okay.
On my way.
Yeah, but in his mind, he's playing for $10 million in the world's final stage. His happiness for the weekend literally depends on this match.
Your team has destroyed a right enemy tower. Your left tower is under attack.
Bum, 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 bum.
Your left tower has been destroyed.
On my way.
See, there's something about the way that that play went down and the way that I did my damage that feels wrong. I wish I could put it into words, but something about that fight didn't feel right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's the pace at which the damage numbers are coming out, or if the sound effects like on hit impacts aren't enough to where there's just something that feels wrong. Like it feels like I 100-0'd him, and it also feels like I didn't do anything at the same time. And I don't really know why that feeling is. But that's, I guess, the best way I can describe it. Is it felt like I 100-0'd the guy, he couldn't do anything, and it felt like I didn't do anything to deserve it. I don't know.
Killing spree.
You think maybe it's the way the health bars are getting hurt? Like the bars are fluid and they're not getting chunked? Maybe? Maybe, man? Like, I genuinely don't know, so.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Please stop killing you, you're a cuckoo. I'm sorry that you're a cuckoo. Cuckoo's a tough sell in Smite 2 right now. He's a tough sell, brother. Guess I'm getting Hydras, right? I guess. Never has there been a more Hydra, yeah? Should probably get a Bloodforge. This is rough, but this is what life is when matchmaking doesn't exist yet. I mean, as far as Hi-Rez has spoken out, Smite 2 currently uses a matchmaking system with hidden elo. As far as they've stated, there is matchmaking that does use a hidden elo system. It works just like casuals and Smite 1 do, basically. The difference being that there is genuinely I guess I'm just gonna eat this tower because it does literally 0 damage. Okay. That's dumb. Towers need to hit approximately 3 times harder and be approximately 3 times tankier. Not even close. You're gonna need them to update that system then because it ain't working? I mean, there is no matchmaking system in the world that matters when you have 12 people playing the game. I don't know how to tell people that it doesn't matter. Smite 2, for all we know, could be using the best matchmaking system in the history of MOBAs. Or it could be using the exact same system as Smite 1. There is nobody playing Smite 2. Nobody. There's barely any people playing Smite 1. It's not a doom and gloom thing, it's just factual. Smite 1 is at nearly a 10-year low player base. Nearly. We're rapidly approaching it. It's about to drop below 7,000 average players for the first time in 7 years. In Smite 2, after the first alpha for Smite 2 had a genuinely good player base for a paid alpha. This alpha that we're in right now, this alpha 4, peaked at 1,700 players. As of right now, I think there's 600 people playing. So,
Your right tower is under attack. Your middle tower has been destroyed.
yeah, there's no matchmaking system that can work with 500 people.
Okay, thanks.
Ultimate is ready.
Your team is allied in the middle of the tower.
Okay. I just killed that man and all of his friends. You know? You like the alpha, but you keep telling yourself you get it on when it's more developed so you don't burn yourself out. I mean, I do not, to be clear, I don't think that the problem with Smite 2 and people not playing it is like, I don't think it's actually a community problem. I don't.
On my way.
You know what I'm saying? I think the problem is that right now it's a paid alpha and it's early. Right? It's a paid alpha of a game that realistically is 6 months away from being a proper game. It just is. Right?
Your team has destroyed the gold fjord.
It's just 6 months away from being a proper game.
Be careful, left.
Now, I do stand by my opinion that there's gonna be a very large conundrum for the Smite community starting in 1 month, right? In about 40 days, Smite 2 is going 24/7 servers.
On my
Six.
way.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! It's all 5 of them. It was less interesting because it was all 5. I think that there's going to be a conundrum, which is that your options are going to be, in 40 days, one of the following, right? What's up, Chad? You did it, dude. You really did it. You either continue to play Smite 1, a game that is a more finished product, if not, you know, with its own set of difficulties, that has no future, right? The patches for Smite 1 are probably going to start to get very small and very underwhelming. Or you start to invest your time in Smite 2, a game which you have to pay to play, and which is early in the development cycle, so it lacks a lot of the proper features that people are looking for. And some people, I think the majority of people, are probably going to continue to play Smite 1. Then I think there's probably going to be a dedicated group of people, probably including myself, that start to play Smite 2, because once Smite 2 goes 24/7, that's the official, like, that's the official, there is no, like, content creator future for Smite 1, right? Like, at that point, at the most, you've got the 6-month countdown for free to play or whatever, right? Which means if you want to get a jump start on things, you basically have to go to Smite 2 or milk what you can out of the last 6 months of Smite. And as a player, honestly, as a player and not a content creator, I think a lot of people are going to choose the third option, which is, well, I don't want to invest my time in Smite 1 because Smite 1 is basically done, right? And I don't want to play Smite 2 because Smite 2 really isn't ready yet, so I'm just not going to play Smite at all for 6 months. I think that that's probably going to be a lot of people. What the hell is doing here? They gotta work on that Thanatos audio. It always sounds like he's landing right next to you, even when he's a million miles away. Pretty annoying. Nice. Mm-hmm. So I think the high-res has got to be real careful about that third option, because I don't think it's going to be an insignificant amount of people that choose that option, and I think a lot of people have already chosen that option. If you look at the Smite 1 player base, I think a lot of people have already chosen the I'm going to wait 6 months for Smite 2 to be free to play, and until then I'm going to go play Elden Ring and all these other games that I want to play. I do. And I know Erez has a ton of money in his pocket to, like, fund the game or whatever, but I've got a pretty strong feeling, a pretty strong indication that the next 6 months for high-res are going to be in the red and probably pretty deep in the red. I think they're going to lose even if, like, they got all their big Smite 2 sales, right? In order to, like, fund things, you know? But I feel pretty strongly that Smite in high-res as a whole, as a studio, will be bleeding money for the next 6 months until Smite 2 goes free to play. So where's my little potions? If you were a little 3K, they just right here, this right here. Guess I should rank up that ward too, huh? So, I'm trying to be I'm trying to be very realistic about the future of
King
Smite,
my
you know?
desire.
I have no desire to be doom and gloom. I have no desire to be everything's hunky-dory. I just want to, you know, make sure that everybody in our community knows the pros and cons and, you know, the risks and the chances for successes. And oh my goodness. Oh, I'm getting hunted. Oh my god, I'm getting hunted. Oh my god, I'm getting hunted. Oh! Who's getting hunted now?
Your left tower is under attack.
Do you think it would just be worth to have an open alpha? Probably not, honestly. Hi-Rez has just put themselves into a terrible, terrible pickle. A terrible, terrible pickle. Because, like, if you launch the game free to play or whatever, not even launch the game, but if you just say for free, everybody can play, there's going to be a ton of people that come out to play Smite 2, realize how early it is, and then never touch the game ever again. First impressions matter. The game is not first impression ready. It's just not. The game won't be first impression ready for a long time. If you're like a dedicated Smite player and you love Smite, I think it's ready for that. If you're a player who's never played Smite before and MOBAs aren't really your thing and you want to try it out and then you come in and it's like this, you're immediately going to get mixed reviews at the best. At the best. You know? And so it always comes down. It always comes down to the same thing with this Smite 2 thing, which is like the idea is cool. The execution has not been bad so far. It hasn't been great, but it hasn't been bad.
Your left tower is under attack.
But they needed to either be 6 months further along in development, or they needed to have not told us about the game yet. It always comes back down to this. They told us about the game, and they started sunsetting Smite way too freaking early. And now Smite has lost over 50% of its player base in the last 6 months, and Smite 2 is not a ready project yet. You know, it's just, they just goofed. And there's nothing that they can do at this point to take back that goof, right? It's like, if we could go back a year and change things, that would be cool. But, you know, now we're just where we're at, and you just got to move forward, right? It is what it is, as they say.
To the death.
Yeah, but can you imagine all these boring Smite 1 patches we've got? No gods, no SPL. No. I'm saying high-res. I don't know where they were going to get the money. I don't know who was going to do it. I don't know if it was going to be E-res or if they needed to get investors. I'm saying they needed to continue releasing gods this year and have those gods that they released this year in Smite 1 also be immediately available in Smite 2 when the game released. They needed to continue the SPL. They needed to continue all of that. And then, you know, during the fall of this year or whatever, announced that Smite 2 had secretly been being worked on for 9 months. And that, you know, instead of Season 12 Smite, it was actually going to be Season 1 Smite 2. That's what needed to happen, and it didn't happen. And we'll never know for sure because they'll never admit it, but I think that they panic made Smite 2, and that's why it was done so rushed. I think it was a total panic pivot. And because it was a panic pivot, it has put us into this awkward position. Wait, why would we surrender? What? Wait, what? Does Susano have literally any int scaling? I guess. I don't think he does. Doesn't matter. I'm buying the 3K input because there's nothing else to buy, and you can't stop me. Let's go. That bonus int for Susano for nothing. Let's go. Well, so this is conjecture. This has not been confirmed, but it is a prominent floating theory, you know, and I hear things down the grapevine, you know. But supposedly, and now we're getting into rumor territory. Supposedly, the reason why this whole thing was rushed from the beginning is because they were basically told by the programmers that Smite 1 is literally falling apart, and that if they patch the game basically at any significant capacity, that the game will probably fall apart and then they won't have a game at all. That has been a pretty strong rumor going around for the last, 6 months or so, is that Smite 1 is in kind of a state of disrepair, and that it kind of got to a breaking point and they were told, listen, we really can't do any more with this game. You have to figure something out. So then they panic pivoted to Smite 2. So. That is entirely a rumor. It has not been, verified by any means, but we've all played Smite and it sounds pretty realistic. It sounds pretty realistic. GG, baby. Susano feels amazing. So, thank you for supporting the Twitchiest community. If you'd like to see more videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel and always hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. Thank you for all your support and have a Twitchin' day, y'all.